This podcast may contain paid advertisements, but more on that later. Welcome to the O'Connor Bootstrap podcast, where I discuss the nuts and bolts of business and leadership, with a focus on bootstrapping a business from the ground up. This podcast is for all entrepreneurs, bootstrappers, and leaders in all walks of life. My goal is to help you grow both personally and professionally. I am your host, Isaiah O'Connor. Today's podcast is Audible.com. What is Audible.com? Audible.com is a huge collection of audiobooks, podcasts, spoken word dramas, college lectures, pretty much any type of spoken audio content you will find on Audible.com. It's a wonderful place to get books just to relax, self-help books, books on health, learn some stuff from college level lectures, and of course, learn about business and bootstrapping. It's my favorite place to learn. I listen to them all the time, especially since now that I'm a dad, I've got 2 kids, I've got the podcast, I've got a part-time job, and I'm trying to run a business, or sort of, with COVID. I've got a lot on my plate. I don't have time to sit down and read through a nice novel or business book, but I do have my Audible account and lots of business stuff there, which I listen to all the time. And the book I've just been listening to is one of my absolute all-time favorite business group books, which is Good to Great by Jim Collins. It's an amazing book. It's a book that is not just a normal, well, I've done some business, I've got an MBA or something like that, and I wrote a book. No, Good to Great is a book where he took tens of hours, hundreds of hours, man hours total combined with him and his research team, and researched several companies that went from good or even bad performance to great performance and sustained it for at least 15 years. And they had very other companies that they had as comparisons that didn't do well or did good for a little bit, but then petered out. And it's a lot of actual research, interviews with CEOs, with management of these companies. This is a very, very well researched book, and they identified what it takes to take your company from good to great. It's an amazing, amazing book. It is, I think, one of the books that has really grounded me the most in understanding how business works. Go check it out. Good to Great by Jim Collins over on audible.com. And if you go to audible.com/bootstrap with a capital B, you can get it for free with a free 30-day trial. And after that, you only spend $14.95 a month. Oh, and with that trial, you get a free audio book. You get 2 Audible originals, content that was created for Audible within Audible, and access to their streaming library for the entire 30 days. And you keep that as long as you have the subscription set up. But if you do cancel, which you can do at any time, not that you're going to want to, but you can go back and you keep the audiobooks and the Audible originals forever. They're yours. You get to keep them and have them. But you just can't listen to the streaming service. That's a little bit of a downside, but hey, whatever. But the books are amazing. I've got well over 100 books in my library. I've lost track of them all. I listen to them all the time. They're amazing. I can go back to books I got when I first got it 10, 15, 16 years ago, 18 years ago, something like that. I can't remember. I've had it for a long time. Those books are still there. I can go back and listen to them anytime I want. They're like purchasing a book. You just keep them. They're wonderful. Go check it out. audible.com/bootstrap with a capital B. And of course, if you do that, you will also help support this podcast. So today I'm actually going to be talking about subscription services, Audible being one. Now, I actually have a friend that made a subscription service that he has back in the States. Well, you're in the States probably. And I was just talking to him, reconnected with the guy, and he started a subscription service, and that's how he's running things right now. But that inspired me to think, what about subscription services? This is kind of an up and coming thing. Now, there's been subscription services for a long time. Newspapers, more recently, health clubs are good examples of a subscription service. Now, real quick, just to let you know, just in case you don't know what a subscription service is, a subscription service is when someone pays you a monthly and or yearly fee, some sort of regular fee to receive some sort of good or service at a regular interval or even at an irregular interval, say a health club. They can just come use it during that time frame. So that is a subscription service. Audible is a mix. A lot of them are mixed. Audible is a subscription service, or you can just go buy a single book. You can do that as well. But the subscription service is the way to go with Audible. It's the best deal. But Audible, that's what it is. You pay a monthly fee, and you get to use it unlimited during that month. So that's one form. There's different forms of a subscription service. You can have a monthly fee, and you can use unlimited times. My friend, his subscription service, you can go and you get a box with some cards in there, some autographed cards or something like that in there. I gotta go look at it again. It's been a while. Or, for example, Kiwi Box is another one, or Dollar Shave Club, and no, I'm not being paid to talk about these guys, where they send you an item, Dollar Shave Club, some razors and some shampoo and whatnot every month. So a subscription service, you pay, or your customers pay a monthly fee, or buy it all out once in a year, whatever, and they get product or service delivered to them or available to them going forward. Pretty straightforward. Now, can you create a subscription service within your business? I think it may be very well possible. There's a lot out there, and you can add in a subscription service to that. For example, say you're a florist, you can add a subscription service where you deliver one flower to one bouquet or a dozen roses to a person every year on their birthday. Or you can have it delivered to a grave or something like that, where they pay you to maintain something. So like a maintenance package subscription service. I've actually thought about creating a subscription service for the balloon industry, which right now, COVID, it's not going to happen, but I tried. I put it under a maintenance package where I would go back to a business and change out their advertising balloons once a month for them. So there's very varied ways you can create subscription services, even if you don't think you're in a subscription service area. You may very well be, or find a way to do it. So it's very cool. Now, why would you want to do this? Well, in my digging here, I found this blog called Referral Candy, and they wrote a blog about subscription services, and I'm just going to tag some of their highlights from it, and you can go check it out if you want. That's at referralcandy.com/blog/subscription-services. Easy enough. But just credit. Dude, I looked around. This is one of the things. Customers want subscription services. They like that. Some people don't. Some people do. They're convenient for you and the customers. You get paid very regularly. The customers don't have to think about it. Money just goes out. They have it there. Very good, consistent income. You can set it up so you get more referrals. You can have people refer your subscription to get an extra month for free or something else. Really easy. And it's, again, ease of use is great amount this, and you can connect to your customers a lot more. And they're they're growing, and if you set it up with a digital platform, that's great. Now, some of the problems are people will use your service probably around 3 to 6 months. Most people. Now, you can do things to limit that, of course, and you want to, and it's called churn. Go check that out. That's another thing to go look out. Now, remember my podcast. Some things that I'm really understand well. I might go into more detail, but my biggest concern is I want to let you know of these ideas out there so you can go look yourself and build on that. Or you can go check us out at my O'Connor Bootstrap podcast Facebook group, and we can talk about it. It's free. Check it out. So, yeah. So, subscription services are amazing. They work. This is how you get paid if you're on YouTube. You get people to sign up for a subscription, subscribing to your channel so that they always see what you post, so they're always watching it. It's great. And the challenge is to try to find a way to make a subscription service with your product or service, even if it's not something you would normally have as a product or service. So maybe you can do that. Maybe you can do autographs from athletes and famous people. People subscribe and they get one a month. It's possible. It's doable. So, yeah. So just a little short thing on subscription services. There's a lot of information out there. You can go check it out. Just Google subscription services, the effectiveness, etc. And they seem to be really good. And customers do tend to spend more with you with a subscription service, especially if you offer a discount within the subscription service. For example, if you have Audible, I do believe it's been a while, but if you have Audible, you also get a discount on other books and stuff. You get the one free book, but then when you get the free book, you also get a discount on purchasing other books. Yeah, I just double checked. Yeah, I paused the recording. I cheated, double checked. But anyway, I went audible.com. When you sign up with a subscription plan, you get discounts up to 80% off, 241 deals, special deals on Audible. If you have the membership, you get a lot of extra discounts on top of the free book that you get per month. Again, amazing deal. Remember, that's audible.com/bootstrap with a capital B. Just have to throw that in there again. But they're a great look at the way you can set up the subscription services. A lot of your website is a subscription service. And here's a thought. You can, a lot of places like websites and other things, if you do a 1 year's purchase of the subscription all at once, you get an overall discount of everything else. A lot of things do that. My other one, listenable.io, they do that. You buy the whole thing all at once, you save a lot of money on the total. So again, you can set it up to bring customers in, and then they get so many discounts and gifts and great things, and you give them so much more value than they pay for. Again, that whole thing about value, giving them more in value than you take in money. Another good book there, The Go-Giver. Give more in value than you get in money, and you will create loyal customers. And that's just really an amazing thing to do. And it's a lot easier to do with a subscription service. So consider it. You might be able to find a way to take your product or service and turn it into a subscription. A plumber, a subscription service of regular cleanings of the toilets or pipes or something that needs to be done every so often. For example, you wouldn't think of having a plumber on a subscription service, but hey, why not? There might be a way to do it. Just think about it and get creative. Anyway, everyone, gotta go. Got a busy day tomorrow. Talk to you later. Bye-bye. Well, hello again. I know I just said goodbye, but I remembered something I forgot, so I'm jump in and add this to the recording before I go and edit. And that is, if you want to add a subscription service, you don't have to change your whole business model to a subscription service model. you can add 1 or 2 items within your business that are a subscription service and see how that works. If it gets big and bigger, you can switch to a fully subscription service model if you wish, but you can just add 1 or 2 things. Like I had mentioned before, you can have a florist sell flowers. People walk in all the time. You do your standard weddings and proms and all this stuff. But you also add a subscription service option into your kind of menu of services that you do. So you're still doing your main body of work, but you add in a subscription service to add in a few extra customers, a little bit more customer loyalty, all that good stuff. So you can use that as something to boost your current system, to bring in extra customers, to boost your revenues, customer loyalty, etc. And of course, add in maybe you buy this subscription, say florist again, once a month someone gets flowers or whatever. And then if you do this, then you get an extra 10% off of your other purchases or what have you. Just a thought. Anyway, since I had the mic still set up, you have a great day. See you again on Thursday. Talk to you later. Bye-bye. If you found value in this content, please leave a comment and give us a 5-star rating on whichever podcast platform you use. We're on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, and most other podcast platforms. If you would like to support us, you can check out our sponsor links, or if you would like to directly support the show, you can donate or join our membership program at buymeacoffee.com/bootstrap. Of course, it really helps when you share these podcasts as well. If you would like to interact with me and other bootstrappers and leaders, you can join our O'Connor Bootstrap Podcast Facebook group. You have been listening to the O'Connor Bootstrap Podcast and Atheoz Business Solutions Podcast. For our companion podcast, the Atheoz Business Podcast, hosted by Jason St. Clair, past episodes, and related blogs, check out our website at www.atheoz.com, which is www.atheoz.com, or theoz.com. Until next time, I've been your friendly neighborhood entrepreneur, Isaiah O'Connor.